Meg Thee Stallion's album seems to be a solidified body of work that proves she's more than a flash in the pan.
Yeah, I think she's here to stay. I think she's one of the rap artists of the year, period, female or male. Like I said, she definitely shut me up. I had a problem with like her flow because I feel like, she has this same one note flow, but the production on this album, like, it really complements the flow, and you get different production and beats and stuff, and you can't help but dance. Like, I dare you to sit still listening to this album.
Well, that's good to hear because it's definitely time for some dance music.
Yeah, it's. I just wish I could go to the club, but yeah.
I will be hosting a Thanksgiving dance party for all donors to Fair Fight with Stacey Abrams.
Shout out to Stacey Abrams because she made a cameo on the Versuz last night between Jeezy and Gucci. I thought that was like, so awkward, but she getting the votes where she can. Like, there was 1.8 million people watching Versuz last night. So, I mean, I get it.
And if y'all can go to the polls at Compound, you can go to the polls at your local election site.
Yeah. Did you watch the Versuz or no? No.
I don't even know who Jersey and Burberry are.
Young Jeezy, he's I think he's engaged to Jenny Mai.
New Jersey.
Young Jeezy.
New Jersey.
Okay, and we have Gucci Mane, who is married to Keisha Kaur.
Oh, the one with the gnarl, the witch?
Yes, the one with the talon hands, yes.
The witch who gives spiritual oh, okay. Yeah, I don't mess with that. And then you see, I've never been a Gucci fan. It's always been a tattered brand to me. It always looks worn.
Well, Gucci Mane, like, he has some hits, when I feel like, being at my most ratchet, I'll turn him on. I'm really surprised that they got together because anyone who knows, like, they have some real beef. Like, someone died. Like, so it's crazy seeing those two together.
From the story I heard, that guy wasn't long for this earth anyway, because if you're stupid enough to follow jargon of, oh, you should steal this chain, and you actually try to break into somebody's house in a state where you can stand your ground, well, I mean, you were an idiot.
I agree. I mean, it is what it is. While we're on music, today is the 10th anniversary of Nicki Minaj's debut album, the Pink Friday, which I will say, no matter what I think about her, it was a solid debut album. It was good. It had hits. She had Kanye, Eminem, and Drake on one album.
Let me find. You know what? I'm gonna give her flower. Hold on, I got a flower for her.
I'm kind of afraid of what he's gonna bring on here. He's probably gonna have to edit it out.
Here, girl. I'm gonna give you this potpourri flower.
That looks like the virus. It does.
You know what? That's what you see. Wouldn't it be funny if I just have a model of it around the house so I can recognize it? Like, oh, there it is.
Oh, right.
No, it's potpourri, but I figured since the album was so old and dried up, it's potpourri. It's still pleasant, but it doesn't serve any purpose other than true decoration.
But speaking of, like Nicki Minaj, I brought it up because she announced on the 10th anniversary that HBO Max, she's going to have like a docu-series, a 6-part docu-series on HBO Max. So...
Yes, I heard it was going to give an intimate view of her personal life. And it's like, like, you've been so quiet. You had your baby. People are happy for you. You've been quietly mothering. we don't like people already know, like, look, we're not talking about Kenneth right now. And if you could just put out music to keep us from talking about Kenneth. Like I love this Nicki Minaj where we don't see you. Like I know she put out some music. And that's the thing. Just put out the music. You are so established. You 10 years in the game. It's time to stop playing. Beyonce doesn't do this shit, and I actually appreciate the fuck out of her for it. My God, I love that. I love that I'm not hearing shit from her unless it's a release or a release. Now, I may not like the product, but I don't have to hear, no, we don't need an intimate portrait of Nicki Minaj. You have given us so much. You've had the radio. You've talked too much. It's time to and put out the music. Let the music say it. Let the music tell the story.
Well, regardless, like her fans are pretty rabid, so I think it's going to be a hit, and I think HBO Max knows that too. No, regardless of what I think of her, it's going to be a hit. People are going to watch it.
I have a prediction. I think what happened to Katy Perry is going to happen to Nicki Minaj. It happened to Lil' Kim. I think that it's literally you wake up one day and there's that one project they put out that nobody messes with. And that's when you realize, oh, you're over. And I think this might be it. I think it was really time to give music to the fans, not another reality show. This is just going to be an extension of who she was prior to the pregnancy. And it's just going to be exhausting. And also you have to remember her fans get older every day and young fans are fickle. They're fickle. Just feel like this is giving me Katy Perry witness tea. And remember, she came out with that honest, my life. And it's like, when you start doing that, that means your time is up. Now, I may be wrong. I'm more than willing. But mark my words, I give her 3 more projects before it's,
well,
that's done.
Here's the problem, though. Like, comparing Katy Perry to, like, almost anybody, Katy Perry is, like, more so, she relied on gimmicks. And Katy Perry, the thing is, like, she doesn't have the talent to rely on. Like Gaga, she has gimmicks, but the girl has talent and she can act too. The thing is, Nicki Minaj, as much as she gets on my nerves, she has talent that will get her through. Katy Perry, she doesn't have the talent to like go the extra mile. So she needs gimmicks in order to stay relevant. That's why Dua Lipa has taken her career, because she's the new it pop girl. Katy Perry was that girl, but now it's like, you know, Katy Perry fans are very different from Barb's. Barb's, they haven't graduated, but they still love their fearless leader. Katy Perry's fan base is non-existent almost. Like,
well, let's compare her to Lil' Kim, where the fans simply aged out, and Barb's are getting older as the days go by.
Well, I'm about to say Katy Perry again. Lil' Kim, she has her legacy to rely on. Like, she has the respect of her peers that, you know, in her industry. Like, Nicki Minaj don't like her, but Lil' Kim is widely respected by everyone. So Lil' Kim doesn't really need to put out music anymore, but we all nostalgia of, you know, her hits, what she contributed, and then the blueprint that she handed to Nicki. So
But she still tried to put out music and no one was interested.
I mean, well, of course, yeah.
Eve too. I just feel like Nicki is at that point where Remy Ma, another one. I just feel like if you're not churning out the hits and the music, your fans are gonna age out because you're not giving them any.
Remy Ma. Good luck to Nicki and her new project. We'll see what happens. She's doing something to her face, which makes me think she's on that Lil' Kim path. Moving on, imagine this. You make a list of the gifts you're gonna buy for the holidays, and then someone randomly gives you the money to help you buy one. Sound good? Well, that's what Honey is doing. They're helping pay for $1 million worth of gifts. You're probably wondering, is this the same honey that automatically searches for promo codes online? Yes. Yes, it is. With Honey, you can also make a list of all the holiday gifts you want from certain stores, and Honey will email you when the price drops on anything on your list. Just add Honey to your computer, create a free account, and throw some holiday gifts on your drop list for a chance to win. Honey will randomly select winners and give them the money to help buy something on their list.
I'm going to order some new picture frames, a ring light, and a new microphone. No purchase necessary. You need a PayPal account to redeem the prize. Only valid in the U.S. Giveaway ends 12/21/2020. Get Honey for free at joinhoney.com/roast. That's joinhoney.com/roast.
What do you think about, social media right now? Like Twitter has introduced fleeting. Have you fleeted today? I fleeted. Who encouraged that name, y'all? Like, clearly no one at Twitter was gay, or maybe they were gay and they were just having like a big hoot about it, but come on, it's too close. And I'm just like, I just think they just named it Fleet because it rhymed with tweet, but come on, Fleet? I'm thinking right now.
I never in my life thought you would ask me if I fleeted, ever. I just thought that's one thing that I never have to worry about, that will never come up, that I'll never have to think, did I fleet today? No, I haven't fleeted today.
But when I woke up, I fleeted, and then later on, I fleeted again. And basically, y'all, what Fleet is stories on Twitter. So the same thing how Instagram has stories, Twitter now has stories too. I didn't ask for that. I didn't think it was necessary. But yeah, that's the new thing.
I don't like it because all social media doesn't have to look the same. You go to Instagram for pictures, stories, and lives. You go to Twitter for the tweets and the news and the gossip. You go to Twitter for the funny replies.
It's too much going on. Like, I just want to scroll and look at opinions and news, but now I gotta look at videos too.
It's
so cluttered.
Exactly. It's a very cluttered screen.
And speaking of that, a lot of people are furious with Instagram for moving around the buttons. And now the shopping button is at the bottom when we're already having in our heads to push the bottom. But yeah, it's annoying, but it doesn't piss me off. It's just, Twitter and Instagram are free. We're not, we don't have to use it. It's free.
Well,
they do what they want with it.
It's very interesting that they've got us fleeting and pushing bottoms. But I guess we'll just get used to it.
Yeah, we have to. You have to get used to fleeting. So what did you think about the Fresh Prince reunion? I absolutely loved it.
I didn't get a chance to see it yet.
Well, without giving any spoilers away, it was such a great hour of television. It was nostalgia. Please be warned, you will cry. You will cry. It was good. I'm glad they included Janet. Janet really was healing, and not Janet Jackson. I know just your face just turned up when I said Janet. Nope, Janet Hubert. But yeah, it was just such a good scene to see. It was just such a real moment. I enjoyed it so much. And Will looks fine. Fine. And I know that's Beijing in his hair because his hair is not that dark. I know he's only 52, but he dyed those grays in his hair.
I could see, yeah, he wanted to look youthful for that because he'll give you salt and pepper in a minute.
DJ Jazzy Jeff, he looked really good too. It was nice to see all of them. They even brought Nicki back, the little kid.
Oh.
but yeah, it was so nice. I don't want to tell too much of it, but just seeing the two Aunt Vivs together, like we just needed that in 2020, just something nice. And it just made me think like, damn, if they could get over that beef, like 27-year beef, then, it made me think of some beefs that I'm in, like, damn, maybe I could close, some other relationships out or not, because I'm petty as fuck. So I don't know.
Yeah, no, when I'm done with you, I'm done with you.
I mean, 27 years, like.
I'm not going to fight for you for 27 years, but I'm just never going to speak to you again.
Right. But I guess they didn't really have a choice because it's just such an iconic show. I didn't even realize that it was only 6 years. Like, it was from 95, no, not 95, 1990 to, I believe, 1996. And that's it.
It was an early syndication show, so it felt like it was on forever. And then when you had two Aunt Vivs, it felt like, wow, like all these changes.
Right, and it was 149 episodes.
Oh, okay.
Because, syndication, like.
They must have been doing like 25 episodes per season, so it was on like half the year.
Mm-hmm. And something else that stood out, I don't want to say the character names. Alfonso, who plays Carlton, he was just like saying the importance of the show because I think at that time there was only like 3 Black shows on mainstream like TV. That was Martin, Fresh Prince, and I think Family Matters, and that was it. And I watched all 3 of those.
I watched all 3 of those too.
But yeah, you got to see it just for the Aunt Vivs meeting up and then Will's one-on-one with Janet Hubert. Like, it was a real conversation. She said that she lost everything.
I will say I'm so glad that Will has apologized to her, and maybe now she can get work in something other than a Kenya Moore pilot. But it's really sad to see Monique take that moment.
Right. Good segue. That's right where I was headed. Like, what made me angry at that moment was like, let Janet Hubert at least like marinate in this moment. Like, girl, Monique, we will get to you, girl. We will get to you. This woman lost everything. Like, she didn't have work after 1994. Like, let Janet have her moment, Like, I get what Monique did, or I don't know what happened with Monique, honestly, but I know the way she's going about it isn't the right way, in my opinion. But to your point, this is what happened. Did you freeze or you just...
Oh, no, I was just
You listening. Really stay still really easily. Like, you don't blink, like nothing. So, basically, in an Instagram post, Monique congratulated Will Smith for apologizing to Janet Hubert after he stated she was difficult to work with. Now, she also took this time to call out Tyler Perry for not supporting her publicly. Then Monique shared a private phone conversation on her Instagram. So this is what she wrote. Hats off to Will Smith for apologizing. Perhaps Tyler Perry, who has admitted in private that he was wrong, will follow suit and be man enough to apologize in public like he promised. We'll work on Oprah and Lionsgate a little later. P.S. Tyler, you won E! People's Choice Award for being the people's champ for your body of work. Tell the truth about a woman named Monique who did nothing wrong and be a champion for the individuals who supported your career for years, the Black women. She's trying to wrestle an apology out of this man.
I mean, and those two were very burly, so that's quite a match. Like an elk versus a bear. Is saying, peace can be better than being right. And I think that's what Monique needs to start doing. And then she also started telling everyone, oh, this is why I call him daddy, because he's teaching me. He's only taught you out of a lucrative career. You used to kind of be everywhere. You used to get roles, but now everybody's like, don't nobody want to deal with that husband. Haven't you learned anything from Wendy Williams?
That is a good point. Like, I do think, if Tyler Perry wants to do, like, give Monique her apology, and she said she was wrong, I think she could be, she has his number, clearly. Like, I don't know. I just don't think it's the right way to go about it, even if she was right.
And at this point, you're hung up on something that you need to move on from. You've got money, you've got opportunities. Focus on the funny. Let's focus on why we know you, because you're a talented comedian. Not because you got into it with Tyler Perry and you are the first to cuss Oprah out.
Yeah, she kind of cursed everybody out.
And she just keeps doing it. We've been hearing about this since Precious. And child, that movie about to hit its 20th anniversary. 20 years of you whining and crying, begging and pleading. When you ask more than twice, it's begging. And you're begging for an apology. Begging.
I don't know. I wish her well. I hope she gets what she wants. I thought, she was having a resurgence in her career and she moved on from it. But I think she just really wants to have this vindication.
And I think even when she gets it, people are going to say, oh, okay, great. Nobody's going to care. No door is going to open. And I think they're going to be like, okay, you bludgeoned an apology out of them.
Mm-hmm. Bludgeon.
With a ham fist.
So Wendy Williams, she put Blac Chyna on blast. She put her business in the streets. And that's one thing you don't do to a friend. But clearly Blac Chyna wasn't her friend because she was putting her business in the street. And she said that Blac Chyna texted her and said, oh, can you help me find a condo? Because I don't have a place to live. Now, I think Wendy knew what she was doing. But if you don't want people to know your business, you don't tell Wendy Williams,
She told Wendy, she set Wendy up. I'm sorry, Blac Chyna, is a Kardashian by penetrate trade. That heifer knows, that heifer was at the Oscars for crying out loud. She knows how to scare up a story. You tell Wendy Williams, oh, can you help me find a condo when you want her to put it on the show?
She's very calculated, so that's a good point.
Now, if you tell me your business, I ain't gonna tell it. I ain't even gonna allude to it.
Yeah, I don't really care what Blac Chyna's doing, but it does feel crazy that she doesn't have a place to live when, she has a successful OnlyFans and she has 2 child support checks coming in.
Well, she also bought a $3 million house, and I heard that she got on Instagram and flaunted that $3 million house. And I think maybe Wendy tried to put a nasty spin on it where Blac Chyna was just looking for a condo, aka one of the Jersey condos that her husband was putting her mistress in. And maybe she wanted a deal on one of those, because Wendy does have a connection to those through her ex-husband who left her for Shalina, who he's having a child with. Or had a child with.
Yeah.
And now Wendy's alone in New York City. Alone.
Yeah, but she has her cats. In other news, Moniece is speaking out yet again because I just think she wants attention, but she has a lot to say about behind the scenes and loving hip hop. And it's true, they do get paid in chicken gift cards because she's telling everyone basically how Loving Hip Hop is listed by VH1 as an infomercial to circumvent union pay rules. Yeah.
I mean, but what are they selling?
I don't know.
That's not fair. They need, what the infomercial people need to come after them because they're not selling anything. An infomercial with no product.
Hey, she says VH1 listed Loving Hip Hop franchise as a 48-minute infomercial, which allowed them to get away with not having to follow union rules or pay out union pay. She continued the rant. So what that means is, we can shoot more than 12 hours. They don't have to give us per diem. They don't have to give us, a set budget for lunch. They don't have to give us bi-weekly, weekly. They don't have to, take out taxes. Like I said, people want to be on TV, but you're going to be on TV acting a fool for $10 and a chicken gift card? No, ma'am.
I knew that the set conditions were sparse, but I didn't know they were that barren. But that's the thing. When you keep your cast hungry, you can feed them one or two, Arbor Mist, and they're ready to fight. They're hungry. You know what? That's a Seagram's kind of cast.
Who do you think on Love and Hip Hop, get the big piece of chicken?
Rashida.
You think so?
She puts her whole business in the street. She's shown her cervix for a quarter.
Okay, all right.
But she got to split it with Kirk.
Brooke, she definitely earned her big piece of chicken because she was cuckoo.
Brooke probably got 2 wings and a side of hot sauce.
It's just funny just comparing, what order did they get for their contribution to this show? Because we know they weren't paid anything. They were paid in fried chicken and sides.
Bobby Lights just got a big potato salad, and then his yearly bonus is a mac and cheese.
And what's that other chick name? Paris and Zell, who was splitting them, an apartment?
Splitting an apartment. They get a double hamburger where one of them gets one side of the burger and one of them gets the other, and they always splitting a drink.
I think they got the churches, those poppers, the jalapeno poppers.
I bet you Zell does have poppers. Mm-hmm.
Oh my God, I totally forgot he had an OnlyFans. Oh.
I'm trying to eat over here.
He has the body of a walrus. Seriously.
And then so many bad tattoos.
Think of a Rottweiler with a sea lion body.
And the legs of an imp.
So, some good news. Coming to America will be officially released on Amazon. It'll be coming out March 5th. Definitely want to review it. It's unfortunate that all the movies are going to streaming. Wonder Woman is now going to be on streaming on Christmas Day. This is the new normal.
I'm happy about it. They need to give people a reason to stay home right now. Well, so if Wonder Woman can keep people in the house, good.
Well, I believe Andrew Yang, he said, if you want people to stay home, pay them. And that goes out to Cuomo and de Blasio, who wants to shut down everything, but expects people to still pay rent. I don't get that. They don't mention anything about that, but they mention curfews and closings, but they don't say well, what are we gonna do? Once we're at home. My home city, New Orleans, Mardi Gras is canceled, y'all. And in my lifetime, that is a really big deal because we had Mardi Gras after Hurricane Katrina. So, I think it was, we knew it was going to happen, but just to see it, Mardi Gras is really canceled. My family canceled Thanksgiving in Houston. I've been Uber eating every day, every other day.
I have too, and I think I may have duck for Thanksgiving.
Oh. Huh. Interesting.
Duck is very popular out here.
Okay. I do like the duck, from an Asian restaurant. I love a good Peking duck.
They've got roasted crispy duck, both from Asian restaurants and butchery restaurants.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, my midsection is just not agreeing with me on the Uber Eats, but Whatever.
I'm going to look for some duck right now, actually. You know what? Exactly. It's like,
We
it's
love
what you,
food, y'all. We love food.
oh my God. And it's all we have right now to really indulge ourselves. Food and alcohol and a little herbal refreshment. Ah, the duck place is closed.
It's 7:54 by you.
San Francisco, everything closes here frighteningly early. It's like, I'm literally like, okay. Now, I have a question. Why would Leandria, the WNBA player, why would you get with Dwight Howard knowing how he's treated all of his baby mamas? He's a mini Future. Like, he's been out here, he had that Magician or whatever accusing him of playing in his pussy, all these different things. Royce Reed, the way he's gone back and forth with Royce Reed, why would you run to this man? He's not that cute. I'm sorry, you could find cuter than Dwight Howard. I ain't saying he ugly, but well, with all of,
you got that.
She could find somebody else with that. I mean, I know they don't make that much money from playing, but she could get some sponsorships on her Instagram. I would rather make my own money than deal with a Dwight Howard.
Well, some people just think that, like, oh, well, he did it to this woman, but that's not going to be me. That's not going to be me. Like, they think it's just not going to be them.
I guess. I know it's going to be her, though. I give it 6 to 8 months.
I never heard of her. She's on the WNBA.
Mm-hmm.
Huh. Now I want to talk to y'all about HelloFresh, America's #1 meal kit. HelloFresh lets you skip those trips to the grocery store and makes home cooking easy, fun, and affordable. It's easy and stress-free. HelloFresh offers convenient, no-contact delivery to your doorstep for easy home cooking with the family. The recipes are easy to follow with simple steps and pictures that guide you along the way. It's delicious and nutritious. It gives variety. HelloFresh delivers fresh, high-quality, pre-portioned ingredients so you can make meals that are delicious as well as nutritious. Over 90% of ingredients are sourced directly from growers to ensure peak flavor and ripeness. It also helps you eat more sustainably. HelloFresh is the first global carbon-neutral meal kit company. By skipping the grocery store and using HelloFresh, you're reducing your food waste by at least 25%. HelloFresh is flexible for your lifestyle as well. You can easily change your delivery days or meal plan preferences and skip a week whenever you need right on the app. Keep your fridge stocked by adding extra meals or additional proteins, quick meals like breakfast on the go or their 10-minute lunches, and even desserts to satisfy that sweet tooth. Now, I hear your box is coming, Alex. Which ones are you excited to make?
I'm very excited for the bavette steak in a mushroom sauce and the Bayou blackened chicken legs, along with the El Paso pork burgers. I mean, just the variety alone. Go to HelloFresh.com/roast90 and use code roast90 to get $90 off, including free shipping. Again, that's go to HelloFresh.com/roast90 and use code roast90 to get $90 off, including free shipping. In beating a dead horse news, Isaiah Washington is still tweeting about Katherine Heigl 10 years after their feud. Now, here's the thing. The fact that you had to put up a picture of Katherine Heigl shows us that Karma's already paid her happy ass back. She's forgotten, unremembered, and completely ignored. You had to put a picture up so we could recognize her. She's now just a run-of-the-mill white woman, an early Karen prototype.
I mean, they both ain't shit, honestly. And you know, people were thinking she was gonna be the next Cameron Diaz or something, but you know, she just had a reputation in Hollywood as not a nice person. So, you know, she was feeling herself too much.
And then she had a reputation for poor movie performance because she simply wasn't that gifted. She was an average white woman put up on society's pedestal. She thought she was worth more than she was and found out that she's worth nothing. Now, Cameron Diaz had a thimbleful of talent, but where is she today? Hiding in her apartment, hiding from irrelevancy. She wants to act like she's still relevant and she retired. No, the industry left you and Jennifer Aniston behind.
And it's crazy he's bringing this up and then dragging Chandra Wilson in it too. Like, what does she do? Like, why are we dragging people's names in this? Why are you bringing her up? Like, I'm guessing it's because she's the one that started the whole, he called T.J. Mallory or something like that. The one who George called him the F word or something like that. And I'm guessing she's the one that started it.
Well, it finished his little career, and he's been trying to have a bit of a comeback. I've seen him out here more than Catherine. So why remind us why we canceled you in the first place? Just keep trying to get your little work.
And he's on P Valley, I think. But I heard there's like people trying to sign a petition to get him off.
Probably. I could definitely see a petition. He seems like somebody, wherever he goes, you got to get a petition going to get him out. And honestly, I feel like on such a diverse show like P Valley, why put someone that toxic on set?
Right, because I'm thinking like, I'm pretty sure his stance on gays, I'm pretty sure he's not a fan of Uncle Clifford. I'm pretty sure.
Uncle Clifford, Lil Murder. The girls seem a little lazy, so I wouldn't bring them on.
Did you know the guy who created Noah's Ark is a producer for that show?
Oh, no.
Yeah, Patrick Ian Polk. No, but lastly, I just want to say that he's a supporter of 45 as well, so he can really just, I guess I can curse now, right? He can fuck off.
Oh my God. Really? Ooh, he's that kind of guy. He is that kind of guy. Right when I thought I was repulsed enough, I just got a whiff of his bad breath. That's whenever I hear that, it's just like bad breath getting in my nostrils. When I hear somebody supports that, it's just
right. Just color his eyes. That's what he is. I don't want to say the word, Candace Owens, Lil Wayne, Kanye West, 50 Cent.
Out there just digging through the trash,
yes.
Washing their hands in streams, having stripes. That kind of behavior. Reboot news. Tisha Campbell says the Martin cast is trying to do a reboot.
I would be fine with the reunion, not a reboot.
I mean, I know they all could use a coin because Dwayne Martin ran through all of Tisha's money. Tisha always working. I don't know how she broke in this divorce. Tisha stayed with the job.
Yeah. And she's
Dwayne Martin only got a job because of Will and their entanglement.
He stays quiet. Like, you don't hear any type of press from him or him speaking to the press. Like, he just keeps his mouth shut. Mouth shut and ass open.
I was going to say, or he just talks directly into Will's ass.
Oh.
Lucky him. Keeps his mouth shut and his ass open. I might have to leave that in.
I just want to say that I was watching your Salt Lake City review, episode 2, and you continue to leave your foot on Mary's neck. And y'all, I just want to say the next time you watch his episode, please let's play a shot game. Every time we hear the word grandfather or any iteration of the word grandfather. So we're going to do a shot game. Every time Alex refers to her marrying her grandfather, you take a shot. Because I'm going to start doing that because you will not get your foot off her neck. I was like, oh my God. Like he tries, it could be anybody. Like, oh, Jen, like, but yeah, Marion, she married her grandfather.
It all seems to, it's like no matter what, I always have to compare it to marrying your grandfather for money. For
Right.
money.
I'm gonna watch
And then
episode 3 later because I hear that we get a little more background on Mary, but I'm gonna take my time with it.
it's episode 3, you start to see the cracks in Mary's life, and you also start to see how wide her eyes get when she talks about it because she can't believe it herself. And she's starting to realize this isn't positive attention that I'm going to be getting, is it? And no, it isn't.
Who, like, I don't want to say it, but who encouraged her to get on this show? Like, you knew what was gonna happen, girl. Like, that's not normal. Like, it's kind of weird that I'm just wondering how old is he for him to marry her grandmother. It was
Wait till you get more into it. I'm not going to spoil it for you, but
So let's talk about usual wines. Usual wines are wines for the modern drinker. Each bottle is 6.3 ounces, a heavy pour, or about a glass and a half of wine. No more pouring wine down the sink when you don't want to finish the bottle. Because of the single serve format and bottle design, Usual is always fresh, no more flat bubbly or stale rosé. Now, this is the package that I got. I got the mixed box. I got my rosé, and the rosé, y'all, is amazing. And these are the little bottles right here. So cute, aren't they? I also got the red blend and also my brut. I don't have to open a whole bottle. These are great gifts for people, and it comes in a nice little box package for you. And what I've been drinking during this entire show is the Usual spritz. And this is basically a brut with real guava juice. It is delicious. Now, the wines are low carb and have 0 grams of sugar. Usual has a red blend, a rosé, sparkling white wine called Brut. They also have a limited production Brut Rosé just for the summer. Usual wines are made from world-class AVAs in California like Napa, Sonoma, and St. Barbara, and are made with minimal intervention, 0 sugar, and 0 additives.
But don't grapes contain sugar? To clarify, all Usual wines are produced using natural, sustainable grapes harvested every fall. These grapes are picked at optimal ripeness to ensure all sugar will be fermented completely until the wines are dry with no residual sugar. All that's left is delicious, clean wine. The process of fermentation happens when natural yeast eat the naturally occurring sugar in the grapes. In goes sugar, out comes alcohol. Some winemakers will purposely end fermentation early to keep a little sugar in the wine. Usual wines are fermented until no more sugars are in the wine. This ensures the wines are dry as possible and lower in calories. We have a special holiday product coming in early November, Usual Reserve. It's an ultra premium limited edition Mount Vidier Cabernet Sauvignon. Introducing Usual Reserve. This is our most special wine yet, just in time for the holidays. Hailing from one of the most celebrated plots of land in all of Napa, this Cabernet Sauvignon is a concentrated and rich with just enough grip. Gift it to someone special or keep it all for yourself. The holidays, as usual. Go check out their website, www.usualwines.com, and use our discount code ROAST for $8 off your first order and try your first glass on us. Potomac is, oh God. We got to talk about the reunion dresses.
We do. So the theme was canary yellow.
The theme was jaundice. The theme was piss. The theme was bile. Those are the shades of yellow that I saw. Now, we're going to go on and put in some pictures just this once for you. Just this
Oh, you
once. We don't
are?
expect this to be a
I'm
habit.
so excited.
Now, first off, we have Monique. Now, this dress
Oh,
could have
wait.
hit the.
Wait, before we do singles, can I just say the whole picture of them together, it just looked like a train wreck. Like just all of them together, it was just a big no. But some people won like a little bit. Some people look okay, and some people just didn't.
Okay, let's start with the best. Now, Monique, the skin popping, the hair on point. If you didn't have this like add on to the dress, it doesn't need the sleeve, it doesn't need this strap, it doesn't need this necky boob. It didn't need any of that. You just could have had a nice statement piece of jewelry or just given skin. You just could have given skin, and I think this dress would have had a nice pattern to it. I think it would have looked much more stunning in black, but you know, the theme was yellow, so you went with it. However, you needed a bad shoe with this, and just going with the regular nude Louboutin, I mean, it was an easy choice. Maybe you had a shoe malfunction, but I was expecting something more for you. But again, if you had just cut that crap at the top off, you would have been fine.
So I like the structure of the dress, like the pattern. I like the nude illusion. I think it fits her body like a glove. Like it's really form fitting and it's flattering. Yeah, the cold shoulder it's questionable, but it's not bad, and she's not over accessorized too. I got to give her that because the dress is doing the work, but she's still wearing the dress, and the dress isn't wearing her, much like Candace's problem. Yeah, that's the only thing that's bothering me. Like, I think the dress would have been better if the other arm if it wasn't a cold shoulder moment. I think it should have been both sides. It would have been cute like that.
I agree because the thing is, it's an Art Deco dress, and Art Deco is all about symmetry. So then when you throw an asymmetrical event into a symmetrical pattern, it leaves something missing.
And she already has the asymmetrical bob too. So it's a lot. But if she would have had this other part covered, I think she would have looked close to the chick from Coming to America, like how in the gold, like I think she also had the long sleeves.
Yes.
So yeah, but I will say she won best dress to me. And yeah, the shoe, I wish it was a different shoe. I'm not sure what color would have went with this.
Wendy, 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 Wendy. 4 degrees. 4 degrees, and this is what you put on. I don't know why. Like, this dress is giving me Toro, Toro. Like you're going to some type of a bullfight. I thought she was African, but this dress is giving me a Spanish maiden tee. The beadwork, well, it looks like you spilled something on your dress. It's just too much of it. It's hanging down. The fabric looks cheap and gathered. Your hair. I mean,
Uh,
it's not the worst, but it's not the best. Like OG, you decided to go with a nude lip rather than a bold lip, and that was a terrible mistake. Your eyebrows are as thick as Groucho Marx's. And then when you pair that with this, gray eyeshadow,
Gray eyeshadow?
that's what I'm seeing, gray eyeshadow. She tried to do a smoky eye, but it just looks burnt.
My opinion on this was a bad photo. I think because this one that they're using, it's not flattering at all. The dress looks wrinkled. It looks like she was sitting down. They took this like 11 hours after the fact. Her hair, like on the show, remember she had this little part where it would be like this? Like the part would go right here and here. She fixed that. And I'm glad she edited. So I like the hair. But I think this is a bad picture. Now the one that I just sent you, that makes her look really nice. This is the photo that she took maybe before she got to the reunion. She looks really good in this photo.
She does look much better in that photo. Yes, that's a fresh smoky eye, because that other eye, that was just, it had been, you had rubbed it from crying, and it was soot. It wasn't smoky, it was soot.
That's the problem. Somebody got her. Like they waited till the last minute where you were sitting down in that dress for 10 hours and she was tired. She looked tired in that picture too. So yeah, I just think that like I'm not gonna give her too much. The dress is alright. It's alright. It's not amazing, but I think it was just a bad photo. Kind of like the one Karen did with the embezzlement hats. Like Robin tried. You know what? Just to harp on that right quick. That's fucked up of Robin to age shame Karen like that. And just like Karen said, Robin looks a good hard 40. Like when she said on Wendy Williams, I was like, all right, get her together.
Karen on Wendy Williams when she said, "And let me tell you something, Gabrissi. If you're going to have a business, make sure you say goodbye to your customers, because every hue is nowhere. It was liquidated. Let's just get that straight. So if you actually want to build a brand, call my people."
And she did that photo shoot for free. Like I said in my review, that would hurt my feelings if you like intentionally just cut me out and I took the time out of my day to promote your made in China embezzlement hats. No. Anywho, next up, speaking of that, let's get to Robin right now because she clearly missed the assignment.
This hair. One, Robin, the way the dress is around her waist, it's like a pregnancy. Like, do you see like the way the fabric is going around the waist? It's like wrapping around. It's like a swaddle. It reminds me of pregnancy. It's putting extra fabric on your midsection. So I'm like, does she have an announcement to make? But then why is she in this jaundice yellow? This pissy mustard. I mean,
mustard. It's the old, like, if you leave mustard out, like, yeah, if you leave it out.
Yes, this is Chick-fil-A mustard left out for a night.
And you know what? Let me compliment Robin first, y'all, because I'm not gonna just completely rip her to shreds. Like, I like the bottom of the dress, but when it gets further up, these shoulder pads is just confusing me.
Shoulder pads.
Right.
I didn't even
notice. The wrapping just seems off. I do like her use of accessories. It's minimal and it's clean. The hair, well, wait, first, with the dress, I will say that it just doesn't make her breasts look flattering. Like, it looks real misshapen. Just from this angle. But yeah, other than that, the makeup is too dark. I don't know. It's just like, it's ghastly makeup. It's Halloween makeup. I don't know why it's just so like, it's not fresh. I don't know. This was taking maybe 10 hours afterward, and her hair looks plastic. And that's it.
Oh, I mean, there's just nothing positive to say about that picture. But I mean, she's always in that femininity pose.
But like I said, I like the accessories and I like the bottom of the dress. And that's it. That's it.
Oh, God. Where do we go next?
Let's go to Karen.
Okay. Karen, this horse ponytail. No, because it's blending in with the dress. The dress, the split, the split is high, but I wouldn't have minded if it was a little less rounded, but it's not the worst. You know what it is? It's this white netting over the dress.
Yeah.
I don't know why. It doesn't serve a point or a purpose. I wish she had gotten a brighter, more vibrant yellow. I might like the dress more. But the makeup is nice, the bracelet is nice, and the shoe is nice. So at least there's something nice to say.
Yeah, the netting is really, I think it's just like a bad picture again. Whoever like was the photographer needs to be fired. Like the yellow it's just like a pale Easter yellow. And I just don't like yellow. Maybe that's just the thing. I'm just kind of biased. The dress isn't that bad. I think it's just the netting. I think the split is way too high. But yeah, the face is great. Accessories are minimal. This hair, though, I'm not liking the hair.
You know what? Yellow is an haute couture color where you need to have a very simple dress. And I feel like they all try to do too much. A yellow is like, you just do it in like almost like a micro black, you almost treat yellow like a black dress. Like you just do it super simple, but it looks super bad. It's all about vibrant color, amazing material, and fit, fit, fit. Let's see.
Ashley.
No, I want to save her for last because
Really?
she's
Okay, I thought we want to save Giselle for last.
No, I want to get, you see, we can never save Giselle for last because that would put her too close to Nessa Williams for my liking. Oh, God, Giselle, the first thing I look at when I look at you is this stovepipe leg, this foot looking like bread baking coming out of this strappy sandal. You've got a dress to flatter your body. You should have worn a heel to accommodate those wide tootsies.
What I do have to say is, not only like are they working with bad photographers, but if you have a bad photographer and the dress is trash, then it's gonna be a disaster regardless.
See, she needed to have the bottom of Robin's dress to hide those tootsies.
I feel like I could get this dress 2 blocks up from me at one of those like the mom and pop store where they have the dresses that they just made.
Yep. This is what the mom wears to a quinceañera.
Yes. It's given mother of the birthday girl.
Mother of the birthday girl, maybe even mother of the bride, a tacky mother of the bride. Giselle, your forehead looks small because you put some shading on it. So that's a relief. It looks like you might have even gotten a new wig for the occasion.
I actually don't mind the hair. I don't mind it. The hair is nice.
It's new. She finally got a new wig.
But she didn't get a stylist.
I mean, I feel like this dress she had in her closet and just threw on. Wait, is that a purse or some type of...
No, that's not a purse. That's on her. I think the dress would have been...
Shit!
The dress would have been better if she didn't have that arm, that sleeve.
Oh my God. What is... It looks like a sword of sequins. I was like, is that like a sparkly bag? And then I pulled in on it. Oh God.
The dress would have been better as strapless. It just was right here and then have that arm.
Yeah, and if it didn't have those sequins either, and if it didn't have that split, and if you threw it away.
And a more flattering shoe, because I'm not sure what's going on, because I know she's not pregnant, but that foot's looking a little Wendy Williams.
Hey, Karen said she had stovepipe legs.
Wait, that was Karen that said that?
That was Karen.
Oh my God.
I'm just repeating it. Karen said it. I'm just repeating it.
Yeah. But yeah, this shoe is looking a little Wendy Williams, like Rocco's Modern Life, like irons.
And now we get to Candace, the biggest failure. Because, girl, you didn't even get the assignment. I swear for goodness, it looks like you just ran to the fabric store, got yourself about $3 worth of remnant, tied that little bow, and put it on your champagne dress. And then gonna stand there just like a petulant little child.
Now, I'll start with the good before the bad. Now, the hair, I don't mind. I hear that, Candace has a really good hairstylist. The makeup is beat. I'll give that to her. And, she looks good all the way up from here. And this is where the disaster strikes. Now, Candace says she's a gift from God, but from right here, she's a gift from the Easter Bunny. Like, this big ass yellow bow. Like, I just want to know. I don't want to know, actually. I really don't want to know. I don't want to know. This looks so cheap. And just put it on some fabric. She wrapped some fabric over her titties like a robe and then just popped the bow on top of it. Now, the shoes are okay. I don't mind the shoes, but this dress, disaster. This is just not good. I don't know who chose this for her.
Honestly, I can't top that comment about the Easter Bunny. That's pretty much it. That says it all. Like, that sums it up. Like, it's a very, April 15th ass dress.
I'm not feeling it. I mean, she looks beautiful from the titties on up, but everything like under her clavicle is a mess. It's kind of unfortunate. And another thing, like I always say, Candace's clothes be wearing her. Like, like when you see her with those big ass blazers, and in the last episode, like she wore this blazer that looked like she was playing in her mom's closet.
The thing is, instead of being grown, she tries to dress grown.
Mm-hmm. So now we get to Ashley. And, I'm going to go easy on her because she is pregnant. Maybe she didn't have a lot of choices. This dress is just not flattering at all. I don't care if she does have a baby bump. She could have got so much, like, I don't know. This is what she chose? Did her mom make this?
It does look homemade. I mean, there are cute pregnancy options. We've seen Monique pull it twice.
Yes. It's like this mosaic pattern. Does it give her like a wingspan? Like all she's missing is some like, what do you call it? Some Marriott. What is it?
Castanets.
Is that what those are?
Marachas.
Marachas or something? I know we don't.
All she needs is some maracas. Maracas.
Yeah, like
yes.
That's all I can see.
It's a very festive Olay ass outfit.
And she's missing the fruit basket hat. Like that's all she's missing.
Like she should be seating you at Chi-Chi's on a Saturday night.
Yes.
Chi-Chi's, a celebration of food.
Well, actually, she looks like the manager. Like,
I don't know. That cape is so festive. I feel like she could be the hostess, where she'll show you to her table and it can flow dramatically behind her.
And the makeup is okay, but the hair, I don't know what this is. Like, it's bald on one part. Like, it's sitting right here. It's sitting right here. Yeah, this is all forehead. And this is where it goes. Oh my God. Yeah, I would say worst dressed. Oh, it's between Candace and Ashley. It really is.
I'm going to say Candace because she didn't do the assignment.
Well,
it wasn't yellow. It wasn't yellow and beige. It was yellow.
Well, the only reason I give Candace the benefit is because her hair and makeup look right. It's just the dress, but like all of what Ashley wearing is a failure. Like her hair is sitting on half her head, and this dress is just not. It's just not it at all.
Then again, we've got Robin in Jaundice Rob.
I still think it's not what Ashley's wearing. Like it looks like she sit down. It's gonna fall. That split doesn't look intentional. That slit doesn't look intentional. It looked like that accidentally happened.
And then she just hemmed it.
Yes. But that's our review of these tacky ass dresses. The reunion is coming soon. I believe we have maybe 3 more episodes before the reunion.
And Atlanta starts.
Wow. We'll have Atlanta to review. I've never reviewed Atlanta before, so that's going to be fun.
Especially because it's a Nene-less season.
Well, I'll see you sooner than my next fleet.
I don't know how I'm going to top that.
You won't. And we can end it there. We'll see y'all next week.
Okay.